You wake up one day and they're gone. No explanation. No closure. Just silence. And you ask yourself, why? That friend who always had your back. That woman you thought you'd build with. That brother you trusted with everything. Gone. Vanished from your life like they were never there. And the worst part? You don't understand why. You replay every conversation in your head. Every moment. Every laugh. Every promise. Searching for answers that never come. Searching for the mistake you must have made. You check your phone. Nothing. You drive past places you used to go together. Empty. You see something that reminds you of them and your chest tightens. Because deep down, you're wondering if you did something wrong. If you weren't enough. If you failed somehow. But here's what no one tells you. What feels like rejection is actually protection. What feels like abandonment is actually God's intervention. What feels like the end is actually a new beginning you can't see yet. God doesn't remove people from your life to hurt you. He removes them to save you. To save you from the version of yourself you were becoming around them. To save you from the path that looked good but would have destroyed you. To save you from the destiny you would have completely missed. Proverbs 13 verse 20 says it clearly, "Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm." Read that again. A companion of fools suffers harm. Not might suffer. Not could suffer. Will suffer harm. Think about it. Really think about it. Who are you becoming around them? More disciplined or more distracted? More focused on your purpose or more consumed by entertainment, escape, and comfort? More driven toward your goals or more content with mediocrity? Closer to God or further away? More in prayer or more in compromise? More at peace or more in chaos? Be honest with yourself. God will allow you to lose what's holding you back from what He's prepared for you. And sometimes, the very people you love, the people you do anything for, the people you thought would be there forever, are the weight He needs to remove. It's not about them being bad people. They might be good people. Great people even. Loyal. Funny. They're for you in the past. But being a good person doesn't mean they're good for your journey. Being loyal doesn't mean they're aligned with your purpose. Being there in the past doesn't mean they belong in your future. You see, God sees what you can't. He sees the end from the beginning. He knows where that friendship leads in 5 years. He knows the conversations that would have planted seeds of doubt in your mind. The late nights that would have led you down roads you can't come back from. The compromises that would have cost you your calling, your marriage, your peace, your relationship with Him. So He removes them. Not out of cruelty. Not out of punishment. Out of love. Out of protection. Out of a plan bigger than your feelings in this moment. And yeah, it hurts. It's supposed to. Separation always does. Losing people you care about is one of the hardest things you'll ever experience. The silence is deafening. The absence is suffocating. The memories feel like knives. I get it. But here's the truth you need to hear. The truth that will set you free. What God removes, He replaces with something better. Not immediately. Not on your timeline. Not when you're checking your watch wondering when the breakthrough is coming. But always on His timeline. Always in His perfect timing. Maybe He's removing them because He's about to elevate you to a level they can't reach. And they can't go where you're going. Not because you're better than them, but because your assignments are different. Your callings are different. Your paths are diverging. Maybe He's removing them because He's preparing you for someone who will actually push you toward your purpose, not pull you away from it. Someone who will sharpen you, not dull you. Someone who will challenge you to be better, not comfortable with being less. Maybe He's removing them because the season you're entering requires a different level of focus. A different level of discipline. A different level of sacrifice. A different level of faith. And they would have been a distraction from what you need to become. A weight when you need to be light. An anchor when you need to fly. Listen carefully. When God removes someone from your life, don't chase them. Don't beg them to stay. Don't try to force what He's clearly ending. Don't send that text at 2 a.m. Don't show up trying to fix something God is deliberately breaking. That's not faith. That's fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of starting over. Fear of the unknown. Fear of silence. Fear of facing yourself without them there to distract you. But Deuteronomy 31 verse 6 tells us, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." Read that again. He will never leave you. He will never forsake you. You are never alone. Even when it feels like everyone's gone. Even when your phone is silent. Even when you're eating dinner by yourself. Even when you're the only one working on your dreams while everyone else is out partying. God is with you. And sometimes, He needs to clear the room so you can finally hear His voice. Because when they were there, you listened to them. Their opinions became your thoughts. Their advice became your decisions. Their doubts became your limitations. Their fears became your boundaries. Their voice was louder than His. Their approval mattered more than His calling. Their comfort was more appealing than His challenge. But now there's space. Space for God to speak clearly. Space for you to hear without interference. Space for you to become who you were created to be without someone else's limitations being projected onto you. So if you're in that season right now, if you're feeling the sting of separation, if you're wondering why God allowed them to walk away, if you're questioning what you did wrong, if you're tempted to reach out one more time, stop, breathe, and know this, it's not punishment, it's preparation. God is preparing you for something they wouldn't understand, something they wouldn't support, something they would have talked you out of. It's not rejection, it's redirection. God is redirecting you from a path that looked good but ended badly to a path that looks hard but ends in glory. From comfort to calling. From settling to soaring. It's not loss. It's liberation. God is liberating you from relationships that were holding you hostage. From friendships that were draining you. From connections that were costing you more than they were contributing. God is removing them because He's protecting your purpose. He's protecting your peace. He's protecting your future. He's protecting your children who aren't even born yet. He's protecting the marriage you haven't entered yet. He's protecting the business you haven't built yet. He's protecting the ministry you haven't started yet. And one day, you'll look back at this moment with tears in your eyes, but they won't be tears of sadness. They'll be tears of gratitude. You'll look back and thank Him, not just for who He brought into your life, but for who He removed. Because you'll realize that the moment they left was the moment your real life began. The moment you stopped living their version of your story and started living His. The moment you stopped settling for good and started reaching for great. The moment you stopped being who they needed you to be and started becoming who God created you to be. You'll see the doors that opened because they closed. The opportunities that came because they left. The growth that happened because they weren't there to keep you comfortable. The strength you developed because you had to stand alone. The faith you built because you had no one else to lean on. You'll see the person you would have married if they had stayed, and you'll thank God for the bullet you dodged. You'll see the business you would have started with them, and you'll thank God for protecting your finances. You'll see the habits you would have developed, and you'll thank God for protecting your health, your mind, your spirit. So trust the process, even when it's painful. Trust the removal, even when it's confusing. Trust the silence, even when it's uncomfortable. Trust the season, even when it's lonely. Trust God, even when you don't understand. Because God doesn't make mistakes. Not with your life. Not with your story. Not with your journey. And if He removed them, He had a reason. A reason that's working in your favor right now. A reason that's protecting your destiny at this very moment. A reason you'll understand when you're ready to see it. So stop asking why they left. Stop replaying what happened. Stop wondering what you could have done differently. Start asking what God is preparing you for. Start asking who He's shaping you to become. Start asking what purpose He's protecting. Because whatever it is, it's bigger than what you lost. It's greater than who you're missing. It's deeper than the pain you're feeling. It's worth every tear you've cried in the process. Every lonely night. Every unanswered text. Every moment of silence. And when you finally step into it, when you finally see what He was protecting you for, when you finally meet the person He was saving you for, when you finally build the thing He was preparing you for, when you finally become the man He was forging you into, you won't just understand why they had to go. You'll be grateful they did. You'll see it clearly. Why they couldn't stay. Why it had to hurt. Why the silence was necessary. Why God didn't answer that prayer to bring them back? Because God was removing what was in the way of who you were always meant to become. He was clearing the path to your purpose. He was making room for His plan. He was eliminating the distractions so you could focus on your destiny. So let them go. Truly let them go. Release them with grace. Bless them from a distance. Forgive them if you need to. Forgive yourself if you need to. And keep moving forward. One step at a time. One day at a time. One decision at a time. Because your story isn't over. It's not even close to over. It's just beginning. The prologue is done. The real chapters are about to be written. And the best ones? The ones that will define your legacy? They're written in the space where you once felt empty. They're written in the silence where you once heard chaos. They're written in the solitude where you once felt lonely. God is making room. Room for His plan that's better than yours. Room for His people who are aligned with your purpose. Room for His blessings that you couldn't receive with your hands full of the wrong things. And one day, sooner than you think, you'll see it all clearly. The puzzle pieces will fit together. The pain will make sense. The process will be worth it. The waiting will be justified. The removal will be understood. Because God was removing what was in the way of who you were always meant to become. The warrior, the leader, the builder, the father, the husband, the man of God. The version of yourself that's been waiting to emerge. The version that couldn't exist while they were still there. This is your season. This is your moment. This is your time. Not to look back. Not to hold on. But to trust God. To let go. To move forward. To become. They're gone for a reason. Accept it. Embrace it. And watch what God does next.